and welcome to MangaPod. We are a weekly podcast in which we all get together after we read all or parts of a manga, and then we discuss it with friendship, love, and lots of spoilers. This week we read Naruto, volumes 1 through 4, chapters 1 through 36. I am Erin of HappiLeeErin, your host, and with me are my three lovely co-hosts, as well as a very Naruto special guest who we're so excited to have here. Dodger, if you don't mind introducing yourself first, and then we'll go round table.
Yes, I would love to. Hello, everybody. I'm Dodger. You might notice that I'm in a different location. That's because I am currently in England, and it's 3 a.m., so there's that. But I'm so excited to talk about Naruto. This is my birthday manga pod, so I got to choose this.
Happy birthday, by the way.
And
thank you.
Speaking of that, it is now the time to sing Dodger happy birthday. Super far off key. Just real quick, I'm interrupting you to do this, so are you ready?
What's the content copyright safe version of this?
Should we just replace birthday with Naruto?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy
Naruto
Naruto to you. Happy Naruto to you. Happy Naruto to Dodger. Happy Naruto to you. Believe it.
Bayo. Thanks, guys.
Anyway, you can finish introducing yourself now.
That's very good.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Happy Naruto to all of you as well. And I'm so excited. I'm glad. I hope that for some of you, because this is how I felt, I hope that for some of you, you felt a strange rekindling of love for Naruto that you had long since felt was in your past. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Yokurama, and I'm also excited to talk about Naruto because, we're all Narutards. I mean, even if you're saying that you're not, you are. Because this is the anime that got you interested in anime. I mean, you've seen stuff, you've seen, Pokemon, you've seen Digimon, but Naruto, that's Naruto. I mean, you're like, there's more to anime. I mean, I didn't even know what anime was until Naruto, so. Yeah, that's me. I want to Naruto.
Yoku
Just started.
Yoku's just like, I'm literally just a Narutard.
I just haven't talked about Naruto in so long. At one point, my channel was like 50% Naruto for like 2 years straight, and then it's been years now since I've done anything Naruto, even read any Naruto. I did rewatch a little bit of the anime, but I'm like really excited to just talk about Naruto again.
Yeah.
What up, guys? My name is Lou, and I'm from Lou Talks Anime, and I'm excited to talk about that pirate Goku, the ghost busting thing. Yeah, look, I even have my Naruto mask. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Let's do it.
What? This isn't the same thing? Oh, okay. And this is awkward. I'm Lou from Lou Talks Anime. What up?
Drinks a beer. Done. Vernon!
Hey!
Yay!
Hey everybody, my name is Vernon Shaw. I run a YouTube channel where people try to review video games directly after eating them. It's called HotPepperGaming, and it is exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, and I love Naruto, so I'm so excited to be on this, and just thank you guys so much for inviting me on.
Thank you so much for coming
to be on.
Yeah, you were our number one choice when we were decided. Dodger's like, birthday pod has to be Naruto, and we had to have Vernon.
Thank you.
It was meant to be. So thank you so much for coming on. We're excited to have you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. If you've never joined us for a manga pod before, what we like to do is give you a short spoiler-free description of the manga that we read, as well as our spoiler-free recommendations. The spoiler-free description is basically just a summary. It'll be read by our lovely guest, Vernon. And then after we give that and our spoiler-free recommendations, we will jump into spoiler section. Please, please, please do not do any spoilers in the chat until we get to the spoiler section.
I know it might feel like literally everybody should know everything about this part of Naruto, but
They might not.
For
Don't know.
anybody who's like, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time that I finally read Naruto. Don't ruin it for them. Just
Yeah.
let them live in the magical moments.
Please.
That are
We
Naruto.
beg of you. We're very harsh on the spoilers, especially for Naruto. People
Yeah.
need to experience the magic. And
I mean, it's so obscure. I mean, come on.
It's
I mean,
Listen, people
huge
might have
possibility
been
of
like,
spoilers.
I bet you there's like 2 people watching us that's like, what's Naruto?
yeah, that might have been told that Naruto is really dumb, and we're here to show them the error
Yeah.
of that thought, and we don't want
Here
to
to tell
spoil
you.
them yet. So, just saying, please don't spoil until we get to the spoiler section, and then you are free to spoil anything up to chapter 36 and nothing after. Having said that, Vernon, would you mind?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right
So
on.
here's a synopsis for Naruto. Before Naruto's birth, a great demon fox had attacked the Hidden Leaf Village. A man known as the Fourth Hokage sealed the demon inside the newly born Naruto, causing him to unknowingly grow up detested by his fellow villagers. Despite his lack of talent in many areas of ninjutsu, Naruto strives for only one goal, to gain the title of Hokage, the strongest ninja in his village. Desiring the respect he never received, Naruto works toward his dream with fellow friends Sasuke and Sakura and mentor Kakashi as they go through many trials and battles that come with being a ninja. And actually, in honor of us, I didn't tell you guys about this, but in honor of us reviewing Naruto, I wrote a couple jokes that I wanted to share with you guys. And I wanted
Yes.
to get your guys' feedback,
Please.
if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm listening.
absolutely.
One
Fully
moment.
Listening. I'm fixing my chair, but I'm listening.
I'm so excited.
No, I wish I
This is such a pleasant surprise.
I want to put my mask back on.
Okay.
Yes.
First joke.
No.
Why did Naruto cross the road?
Why?
To become the next Hokage. Second joke. How many shinobi does it take to screw in a light bulb? This is just one. Naruto, the next Hokage. I got 2 more. So what do you call 1,000 Naruto doppelgangers in one room together? The next Hokage. And then, lastly, to end this off, a horse walks into a bar and sits down. The bartender approaches him. He asks the horse,
Where is this going?
he asks the horse, why the long face? The horse responds that he is sad because he will never become the next Hokage. That honor goes to Naruto.
Well, that was perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for committing so strongly to Naruto
That's the
and all that it
greatest thing
stands
ever.
for.
I think you're our most prepared guest ever.
Thank you. I'm just really happy to be here.
Most prepared person on MangaPod ever.
I had a mask, okay? That should count for something.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vernon.
No, I'm just, I was so excited to do that. I've been wanting to do that for like a month at this point. And it took me a month to write 4 Naruto jokes, just so you guys know.
One a week, man.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Spoiler-free recommendations. I don't know how we go up from there. It's just, we're at the top.
We did it. We peaked.
Spoiler-free recommendations. Anybody want to go first? I can go.
Okay.
Do it.
I love this manga so much. Specifically, what we read. A lot of people have lots of feelings about Naruto, but I will forever stand that the first part of Naruto is incredibly well done and an amazing start to a really fun story about a lot of different feelings and emotions and growth and really awesome characters. And what we read was one of like an amazing arc of a shonen that I've read. And so I just highly recommend it. I love it so much. And I think that everybody needs to at least give it a chance if you haven't checked it out yet. So I recommend reading it, especially if you do like shonen or you just like really fun stories that also touch your heart places.
I'll go next. No, Dodger. Dodger, go first.
Wait, first. Sharp Azula in chat said, knock knock, who's there? Naruto, the next Hokage. Just made me like snort into my hand. Thank goodness.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't Oh my goodness. Anyways, more Naruto jokes, please.
Please, more Naruto.
Yeah, sorry, Lou. Do you want to go?
No, it's okay. You can go first.
Okay. I also super love Naruto. Oh my gosh, like the whole beginning of Naruto, like beyond what we've read even. I think the stuff that comes right after what we read actually is like my favorite part of Naruto. So I was like, I wish we were able to read more. But yeah, Naruto was one of those stories that when I first started reading it, I just fell absolutely in love with it, and it was such a great nostalgia trip to reread it. Even though it felt like, oh gosh, wish we had gotten here. I wish we had gotten here. I can't comment on the last like 200 chapters of the manga, but I do know that overall the experience of reading Naruto for like hundreds and hundreds of chapters still felt really fulfilling to me. So saying like that the beginning, the part that we read is great, absolutely, but also just like reading Naruto in general, I think is a great experience as well. So I would just recommend the manga in general, but definitely read what we read.
Okay. This was my first time reading Naruto. I have seen the original series. I have seen the first 100 episodes of Shippuden. This is my first time trying it in manga form, and I really enjoyed it way more than I expected. I enjoyed this section of the anime, but I think I got way more out of it in manga form. I don't know, everything just felt like it flowed more smoothly. So if you've never read the manga, but you've seen the anime, I suggest picking the manga up. It's definitely a worthwhile read, at least what we've read so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to go? I'll go. Huh?
Oh, you go for it, man. This is all you.
All right. I recommend Naruto. I mean, it's Naruto. If you haven't read the manga, you've seen the anime, go back and read the manga. I mean, if it's the same story, honestly, but it's like it flows really well. Plus, Naruto, especially the original series, has a ton of filler in it. You see another joke?
Yes.
What was it?
I'm sorry. I can't see
pause.
them.
Go.
Oh, there's just this one. The Prince 092 goes, how did the next Hokage get his title? His name was Naruto.
Guys, did I ruin your podcast? I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. Hey, if we ever need to interrupt for a joke, just go for it.
Happy to.
The one that I read that just made me go, that's so stupid, but it still made me laugh was, knock knock, who's there? Orange. Orange who? The color of the jumpsuit that Naruto, the next Hokage, wears. What? Not a good joke, but it's still made me laugh. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
Yoku.
All right. Since I don't remember what I was saying, really,
No.
I'll just, since this is just the spoiler-free whatever. Yeah, I agree with Dodger that the next part that comes after this is where like shit hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this part was good as well at the beginning of the first 36 chapters, a good introduction to the characters. I mean, it gets you into the story, into the world slowly. I mean, it doesn't like right away throw you into the world. There's so much more to open up. But if this has piqued your interest, and if you're reading this for the first time, or if you're not reading it, if you just heard the synopsis and it does interest you in some way, ignore everything that anybody says. Ignore the fan base half the time. I mean, there's Narutards like us where we're like, hey, Naruto, and then there's Narutards like Naruto, and they're gonna kill you if you like anything else. Especially if you like One Piece. If you like One Piece over Naruto, like they'll, yeah,
Drama.
very
Drama.
big.
The shonen battles are too strong to get involved.
And everything thrown around. So just ignore everything about Naruto that you've heard of. Just go in with an open mind, and this is a very solid shonen. That it doesn't always stay solid later on, but
Yeah.
it's long. It's a long series.
It's very long. It went like
700.
started in 99, so it is a 90s shonen technically.
90s kids.
Okay.
But it's
Sorry, man.
over.
You remember this?
But it ended
Yeah.
in 2000. It ended in
700
January.
The one that's
chapters,
going
and I
right now, we're gonna pretend
We're gonna pretend
doesn't
doesn't exist. Can I real quick say Raktus on YouTube said Vernon and Yokurama are twins lost at birth.
Is it
It's
because we
we wear
have
glasses.
glasses?
And you have like the same facial hair.
Oh,
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
amazing.
sad.
It's pretty good.
I should get rid of this.
I look like Yoku.
I'm embarrassed.
No, it's just.
Sorry.
I
I
don't
just
know.
had to
Guys might be able to
freeze
speak
up.
to this better, but you ever wake up one day and look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, God, that?
Yeah.
And then you
Yes.
just throw something around.
Every day.
Yeah.
I wish I could grow something.
Doing that
around
right
it.
now.
Yeah. But yeah, to bring it back, I would
Yes.
very much recommend this myself. I had already watched a lot of the anime before this, and I suppose a big question for me was whether it would hold up from when I was younger, like when I watched this whenever, like maybe the 8th grade. If I watched it, like dealt with it now that I'm 26 years old, would it be the same or would it be different or would I like poke holes in it? And it's actually just a really, really good story. And yeah, like you guys were saying, like there's so much fandom that surrounds it that could more or less, I suppose, poison the well. But if you just look at it as a story and look at it as an experience, it is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's worthwhile for anyone who not only is an anime or a manga fan, but anyone who just likes good action and good storytelling.
Agreed. Awesome. So we all recommend that you check out Naruto. We are going to now jump into our spoiler section. If you would not like to be spoiled on chapters 1 through 36 of Naruto, you may now take your leave and go and read it and then come back and watch the VOD of this on my channel, youtube.com/HappiLeeErin. It's a really quick read. You'll finish it in like an hour or two. It's really fast. So let's do our countdown and we'll dive into spoilers.
5, 4,
2,
3, 2,
1.
1. Naruto is
Kakashi
Hokage.
Yes.
I was wondering who was gonna get picked. Who's gonna get picked? So usually, if you are a regular viewer for MangaPod, usually how we like to start spoiler section is saying what our expectations for the manga were before reading it. But we're gonna change it up. We're gonna do something a little bit different this week. We are going to talk about how we became Narutards. We're gonna tell our story of how Naruto changed our lives.
It's
So
so weird that I had never heard the term Narutards until Yoku used it in our chat earlier. Yeah.
Really?
So now every
Where
time
have
somebody
you
says
been?
it makes me laugh. I don't know.
Oh,
Not in the weeb community enough, apparently.
goodness. Does anybody want to go first? With the first time they experienced Naruto?
Dontra's a birthday girl. She should go
yeah, why
first.
not?
I can go first, yeah. It was, I think, maybe not my freshman year of high school, but maybe my sophomore year of high school. I'm trying to remember. My friend Jason was that dude who was like, yo, you should be watching this show. Don't worry, I'll burn you a CD. He was that guy. And he was like, yo, you should watch Trigun. And I was like, okay. And he burned me off Trigun. And I was like, Trigun's amazing. And then he was like, yo, you should be watching Naruto. And I was like, what's that about? And he's like, it's about ninjas. And I was like, I don't know. That might not be my bag, but I'll try it out. And he was like, no, you don't understand. It's so good. And he gave me like 4 CDs with so many episodes on it. And I remember just like, I started an episode in bed. I went to bed early so that my mom would let me like watch an episode on a laptop. And I just kept watching them. And I like remember I pulled the comforter over my head so that if she came in, I could just close it really fast and pretend that I had been asleep. So I like sat under the comforter watching Naruto all night. And that was like my very first experience with Naruto, just being like, this is amazing. And I got so deep, so very deep into it so fast. And yeah, I have only fond feelings toward Naruto. Like, I was so excited that I had an opportunity to be like, yo, guys, we should read Naruto, and just like have absolute veto on what should be on the schedule. Yeah, it was awesome. So that was my very first
You know
experience.
what you guys should review next? The next 36 chapters of Naruto.
we just
Like,
we just
just
change
keep
up the
going?
schedule
Yeah.
to make it all Naruto.
okay, like get a
Naruto
URL change. It's no longer MangaPod. It's Naruto Pod.
Naruto.
PowerPod. Yeah.
And then you just spend the next couple months, like 36 chapters, till you get to the end of Naruto.
Oh my god.
And then we shut down.
What if?
the channel.
And then MangaPod never happens again.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna
it just like
stop that.
folds into itself and disappears into nothingness.
Just gone.
Implodes.
But yeah, I will say, my first experience with Naruto, it wasn't. I don't think it was the first anime I had ever seen. I think the first one was like maybe something like Yu Yu Hakusho way back in the day.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
that.
right.
I didn't remember like actually realize it was anime as I was watching it until like Naruto.
Yeah, and I don't understand why, but I had a weird thing with anime when I was younger because I was so concerned with my self-image or self-worth that I was afraid to admit to people that I was like super into anime. Flash forward to me at 26 years old with a Hidden Leaf Village headband on. I don't know, but like I just started watching Naruto on Adult Swim, which I'm sure is like maybe where a lot of us had first seen it, and it just stuck with me. And it was just this like ninja action wish fulfillment thing about just being a kid, but also being a sixth shinobi with kunais and stuff. And it's I don't know, man. It kind of just stays in the back of your brain for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I've never seen the dub of Naruto ever.
I haven't either.
I remember when
Really?
it was
Believe
announced that they were going to believe it. I remember when it was announced that they were going to dub it and they put out a trailer and I was like, I gotta know. I have to know what the dub is gonna be like. And I remember watching the trailer and being like, nope.
Okay.
Oh, that's the only one I knew.
The thing
Yeah,
is, the
never
dub. I think it's me that changed. My opinion on dubs in general changed because back in the day, like I was sub only on most things except like a couple like the Dragon Ball Z or Hakusho. And I remember when Naruto dub like was coming out and I was hearing it and like comparing it to my hardcore sub series, and I was like super into it and stuff, and I'm like, what is this shit? Like Naruto sounds like a stupid little girl. Like, like I did not like it, but now I'm actually not really like rewatching it, but I'm kind of like throwing on an episode here and there from the beginning since I haven't watched the original in a while, and I really don't mind it. It's actually pretty good. There's a few annoying voices. Naruto you get used to at one point.
Yeah.
You don't get used to him saying "believe it" though. I mean that's just bullshit. But everything else you get used to it. So it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. So
The thing is, like, believe it was all I'd ever known, and I'm so okay with it.
Dr. Bayol. I mean, he says that instead of believe it. So it's practically just as annoying when you're watching this up. But yeah, my original introduction to Naruto, I really don't remember. I believe it was like 2004, 5. I don't know, somewhere like that. I'm not sure what episode. I think the dub was on like around episode 30 maybe or something. I mean somewhere around there. And I caught up to the anime within like 2 days to the sub version. I think I watched it all on YouTube. Went on there part 1, part 2, episode 1, part 1, part 2, episode 2. Like I mean, that was my exposure when pretty much it all started with my friend talking about something that happens during the next arc that's coming up right after what we read, and it was about a fight, and he explained to me the whole like 10 episode fight in his own words by doing the moves and being like you know.
I want to know which one.
I know I do
so
too.
bad, but no, we can't talk about it.
I know we can't talk about it, but
I mean, we
I was
could spoiler
I was so impressed because I already knew about Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, Dragon Ball Z is pretty intense. That sounds pretty damn intense. I don't know about that. So I went home and I just started from episode 1, and I pretty much just kept watching it until I caught up. I mean, I had to go on breaks and go to school and stuff, but I mean that was like my only thing. If I had free time, I was watching Naruto, and then I've kept up with it week by week for practically the rest of my life until like the last couple of years, where some shit went down in the manga, and I was just so disappointed, and I just stopped. 50 chapters before the end, I still haven't read the last 50 chapters of the manga because of what shit happens, and I was so mad, and I just never kind of came back to it. But I do plan to finish it. Probably.
I really hope whatever that was, it was like, oh, Naruto might not become Hokage, and you're like, forget it.
Actually, hey,
No spoilers.
No
I'm not
spoiler,
gonna
Yoku!
I'm not gonna spoil it, but that is why. I thought that Naruto might not become Hokage, and I did get that was partially.
It was devastating.
I mean, it's not like for that reason. It's for how it happened, of course. But Yeah. So that's my story. Naruto's been part of my life for over a decade, and I'm proud of it.
Proud.
See,
Lou, do you want to go?
Yeah, my experience was a little different. I was a sophomore in college. This was like 10 years ago. And my roommate at the time, he was a giant weeb. And he goes up to me, he's like, dude, you need to watch this show. And I think at the time, I want to say I was either watching Gantz or Elfen Lied. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And it was completely different. And at that point, I had dropped whatever show it was. It was one of those two shows. And yeah, I watched, I think, this was like 2004, 2005. I want to say I watched about 60 or 70 episodes within like the span of a day. So yeah, it's pretty good, guys. It's good stuff.
Mine's like really dramatic compared to all y'all's.
Oh, great! I'm glad we ended up on
Somebody
you.
died.
So I got into Naruto because when I was 11 or 12, I got really sick, and so I was hospitalized a lot and bedridden, and so I couldn't get out of bed, or I couldn't get out of off the couch. And so what my dad would do to keep me entertained was he would buy me like Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes, Dragon Ball Z DVDs, like all this anime stuff. And then he was at the grocery store and he noticed that there was like, they were printing the original like Shonen Jump volumes, and Naruto was in that. And so he bought me like the volume. He was like, hey, I don't know if this is something you're interested in, but it looks like that Japanese crap you watch on TV. And so he like brought me the volume home, and Naruto was in it. And it was like the first time Kakashi was introduced, so it was really early on. And I just fell in love with it, and I was able to get like on the computer, like I told my dad to get on the computer and see if there was an anime about it. And so he looked it up and he's like, yeah, it looks like they're available on eBay. Do you want me to buy them for you? And so he bought me like all these Chinese bootlegs of Naruto that was like translated from Japanese into Chinese into English. And so the subtitles are really wacky and off. Like they'll get better as the episodes go on, but then they'll get really bad again.
Did it match the timing?
The timing was great. The timing was great.
I have problems with bootlegs.
But like, timing was great, but like the sentence structure was not so much. But I was able to kind of get an idea for what it was like, what was happening. And so he bought me the DVDs all the way up until, like all bootleg BTW, all the way up until I think the Chunin exams, like the end of the Chunin is what I had. So I had all of that on bootleg, and like Naruto just like made that bedridden time, like being a sick kid, so much better. Like, because I had something to like enjoy and look forward to, and it was this kid who like had something wrong with him that wasn't his fault, and he had to figure out how to overcome it. And I was like, I didn't choose to like be sick, and it just was really inspiring, like an inspiring story for me, and it like inspired me to want to write a manga or write stories and stuff to create a story that's like as great as Naruto. And so like that's the kind of stuff I think about when I think about Naruto, is like that feeling of being sick on the couch and having like a reason to read or like do stuff. And so
yeah, and it's really interesting that you bring that up because you know, it's one thing to say that Naruto is good, but then to examine why it got so big is really, really interesting. Because I mean, you have this action-oriented ninja wish fulfillment-y kind of just like everything explodes and you get to see cool fight scenes. But if you look any deeper into the box, so much of it are these like universal themes about believing in yourself and believing that you can become a better person, and like the power of friendship. And I think that's something that sort of like crossed culture and made something that was initially like huge in Japan also huge in America. So there's a lot. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, like so many different characters represent overcoming obstacles in different ways. And it's interesting to talk to people about like who their favorite character is, because usually it has to do with like
Naruto.
It's always Naruto because he's going to be the next Hokage. But like, but it's a lot of times people will be like, oh, I really like this character because their story of how they overcame this was like really spoke to me personally, you know?
Yeah.
Love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's something I love about shonen in general. I think Naruto just came out at a really good time for that. For a lot, like everybody, like our age specifically, too, because it was first coming out around then.
It's that time. I mean,
it's that time.
Yeah, it's that time. It came out at a really good time. I mean, you think it would be as popular if it would be coming out right now? I mean, exactly the same kind of thing, but now, I mean, it's been overdone so many times, I guess. At this point.
I don't think so. I don't
think so either.
It would be as successful as it was. I think at the time at which it was released, it was filling kind of a void because at that point, One Piece hadn't really taken off. It was just starting to develop its
it was
stuff.
pretty new as well. A couple years in.
Yes. So I think Hakusho. When did Hakusho end? Because I'd like to say that those two, One Piece and Naruto, fill that show.
Hakusho ended like 95 or something. I guess.
Yeah,
The manga or the anime?
Manga.
The manga ended in 94 and the anime went 92 to 95 for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hakusho, yeah.
Yeah, so
Naruto,
I would
Naruto
say
started
that,
after that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
there
think
wasn't
it's just
really
the timing was perfect.
Yeah, there wasn't
for
really
that.
a big shonen like between the years like to replace it at that time. I mean,
Like One Piece had started.
yeah, One Piece
But-
just started. I mean, it was. I think One Piece started like a year and a half, even like less than a couple of years.
One Piece had kind of a bumpy start too, because people were like,
Yeah.
"This art is
The art
fucking
was,
weird." Yeah.
it was like very cartoony in the manga.
And now look at it.
Now look. One Piece started in 97. Naruto started in September of 1999. So, 2 years.
There it is.
I'm just throwing out dates, guys.
Man, it's so smart.
I got my wiki on.
I thought you were
The Aaron Encyclopedia.
All right, so let's talk about chapters 1 through 36 of Naruto, you guys. So, what, should we just start at the beginning? That first
Sure.
little,
Yeah.
the first chapters with Naruto before he, graduates. What were your guys' thoughts? Reading it now and or even if you had thoughts from before, it's gonna be really interesting to talk about it, seeing as we come back.
It's
and
so
read
weird
it.
seeing him with no friends.
Right?
He doesn't have anybody. And I had forgotten that at the beginning Naruto doesn't know that he's the QB. I totally forgot about that. I thought that he just always knew. So it was weird reading that part again and having everybody be like, nobody tell him, it's forbidden to even talk about it. And that's why none of the kids know about it. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, none of the kids knew? Oh my God, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, they were just hating Naruto because the parents.
Because their parents did.
Yeah.
You assholes.
It's so
That's-
sad.
That is a very sad. It makes it even sadder because it's just. There's no reason for them to hate him except for the whole fact that the parents hate him. It's kind of crazy.
It was a pretty cool move to present Naruto. Sorry, it feels really weird to be talking about Naruto from a scholarly perspective,
No,
but
you're fine.
it was really interesting to our first glimpse of Naruto is just him being an asshole. So we kind of get that God, fuck this guy kind of vibe from the very beginning, and it's kind of it's cool how that's subverted in a sense, a couple pages down, oh man, we're actually supposed to be rooting for this guy and he does have redeemable qualities, and the more you hang out with him, the more you find him to be lovable, and even 36 chapters in, it's still kind of hard to love Naruto, but from experience, you see that love for him grow, and you see his redeeming qualities shine more and more, and you got
see him
a little
mature.
bit of that. Yeah.
For sure.
Even throughout these 36 chapters, he matured quite a bit.
Mhm. Very
Yeah.
true.
That annoying kid to somebody with a legit goal and path that he wants to take. So it's
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Yeah, especially in that moment. I think it's in volume 3 when he asks for Sakura's help.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Naruto as a character is that he's so single-minded in his quest to become Hokage, and he's always reaffirming it and constantly bringing it up, which is something that I feel a lot of shonen misses out on, because it starts to focus on these little side stories, and the main idea always goes in the background. But with Naruto, even within the context of these 36 chapters, it's, you know, like almost every other panel, Naruto's like, yeah, I'm going to be Hokage. I'm the next Hokage. You obviously don't know me. I'm the next Hokage. And I don't know, that's just something that I like about his character. He's a lovable little shit, at least in this part.
That's true.
Like he grows into being a more mature, lovable little shit. But
Yeah.
That trope, the whole thing about like always reassuring himself, is that where that started? Because that's something that happens in anime and manga a lot nowadays. I'm not too sure. I can't recall it. I mean, there's probably other shows that did that, but that's definitely the series that made that popular. Because even I'm reading Black Clover. I think it's this new Shonen Jump manga that started.
Oh yeah.
And the main character, he is pretty much
Naruto.
He is not. He even kind of looks like Naruto, except he's not wearing orange. But he's like, oh, I'm gonna be the Sorcery Emperor. I'm gonna be the Sorcery Emperor. I'm gonna be
I mean, well, Luffy does that a lot too, and Luffy did it first.
Pirate.
Luffy, like, from the for the whole beginning at least of One Piece, he's like, I'm gonna be the Pirate King. I'm gonna get the One Piece. Like, everybody get out of my way.
Why is that such a popular thing?
Like, the difference with Naruto, I don't have any experience with One Piece, so I can't speak to Luffy's character. But with Naruto, like, he's become a very standard, like, go-to comparison for a lot of shonen protagonists because he's spunky and, like, has that easily being called annoying, like, part to him where he's like, oh, you're my rival, I'm gonna beat you, I want to be better than you, but I'm not actually better than you. Like, there's a lot in Naruto that I think inspired a lot of protagonists in, like, that trope specifically. Like, his character type, I think, existed before him, but he really defined it and became the face of it, specifically in the beginning. Like, I think that it changes a little bit as he matures and grows as a character, but specifically this first part, there's so many shonen now, because shonen is, like, exploded, that you can easily be like, this character reminded me of Naruto. Like, this is a standard generic protagonist for a shonen, aka Naruto. Like, that's like a...
I will say that
I'm better over the years, though. But,
oh, yeah, for sure.
I will say that I am super appreciative that the manga didn't begin with Naruto running late to class with bread in his mouth. He just skipped. So he's not that archetypical.
He just drank bad milk and then got diarrhea while trying to make out with the girl he likes while pretending to be someone else.
While pretending to be the guy she likes.
Naruto is socially creepy.
I love so much that they didn't shy away from making Naruto, like, super immature. Like there was obviously a plan there to start with this character who had big dreams, but, like, no skill, no real social skills, like, no friends, you know, just, like, literally starting from scratch as a person and then growing into this super awesome character. And I don't know how they did it, but I, like, wound up falling in love with Naruto. And even when I was like, you're such an annoying piece of shit, but I still, like, love him and I want him to succeed. And it's like that weird tightrope. It's really fun.
Naruto's sort of the character that, I mean, it makes you really want to root for him, especially, like, it's because, I think part of the reason is because the series starts like this. I mean, if it started off of him already, not really being someone, but already being a ninja, already on Kakashi's team, like on Team 7. If they did not show these first few chapters, I mean, it really set up the base for his character, and it made his growth feel even more, because just since I'm really far into the manga, I mean, looking back at these chapters, it kind of feels like I'm looking at a baby picture, you know, at a baby album of him, because he becomes such a, like, different person. He's still the same guy
the next
at heart.
Hokage.
He's still the next Hokage.
Like, he's still the same at the core, but he just, like, the way he develops and the way everybody else like develops around him, like, with his influence. I mean, it's just really crazy just reading this and just seeing where it really all started. It started from this stupid kid that had a really tough childhood, you know, growing up without parents, nothing. The only person that cared about him was his teacher and a really old guy who's the strongest in the village, you know, Hokage. So like just seeing him start from that and where he gets, I mean, not everybody can appreciate that who has not read past this, but like just it gets just so far. Like it takes his character so far, and not just his character, other characters as well. We're just talking about Naruto, but if you look at Sasuke and the Sakura to some point, she kind of but
we don't need to go into that now.
But I mean, like it's just like all this character development. It's really cool that we got to start with Shikamaru, Ino. I mean, just seeing all these characters being stupid kids, like hating Naruto, Ino hating Naruto, Sakura hating Naruto, just ignorantly without knowing why. You know, it's just kind of cool, like just to see where it really all began.
And like with Naruto, we get to see little bits of him growing up in what we read. Even like there's a few distinct moments that are just really defining for Naruto's character that just stick out, like the part where he stabs his hand to stop the poison, and then also the part where he's talking to Haku on the bridge. Like those have always stood out to me as like really just the very beginning, like you were saying, baby book, like the very beginning of Naruto's growth. But like when you look back, you're like, I don't remember. I was gonna say something. I don't remember. But no, you're fine.
Oh my God.
Can we talk about how good that fight scene was?
No, you go.
I got so excited because I was hoping we were going to hit his like very first QB moment because I love that.
The QB.
And it's just so good that like, and Sasuke wasn't even awake. Like he doesn't even know. Oh my God, it kills me. I love that like the first time that we see Naruto just fucking lose it and destroy this ability where everybody's like, no, nobody can get out of there. Like you're dead. The second you're in there, you're dead. And he just like destroys it. Like the only person who knows is Haku. Yeah. And Haku didn't have a chance to be like, hey, everybody, by the way.
Look what he's doing.
Look how cool this guy is.
See, here's the thing. Seeing that in manga form completely threw me because I was so used to like I've seen that scene in the anime so many times.
So good.
And it's just like I don't know, it just felt completely different. I'm like, wait, is it happening now? Because I'm so used to like the glowing chakra around him, and you know him starting to change color, and I don't know.
And that's what you gotta appreciate about the anime is that they do so well with motion.
Mm-hmm.
And they so much of that fight specifically and that transformation was a really just motion based thing, and kind of hard to understand in manga. So you do have to appreciate that the animation aspect of really bringing that to life.
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of feel like the manga form of all of those moments always felt so much more abrupt in a good way, though. Like it felt like something snapped, whereas it doesn't necessarily feel that way in the anime. In the anime, it always felt like there's that sort of building power.
Oh yeah, we gotta
like,
get to 23 minutes.
Oh shit, something's about to happen. Yeah. Whereas in the manga, I loved that it was Naruto, and then it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of comparisons of the manga to the anime, the manga's way more violent. I did not expect it to be like the guy getting his arms cut off, or the decapitation of
I love that about
the
manga.
bridge
That's the
asshole.
thing. It was like it was casually graphic, you know.
Yeah. It didn't make a big show of it.
Like, there's
just,
this guy who doesn't have arms.
It's like, it's like some of it you're like, does he have an arm? No, he doesn't have an arm.
Oh, he does not have an arm. Goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, that fight scene, that entire, I agree with a lot of people. Like, I think Dodger and Yoku are both saying, like, Naruto gets real good in the Chunin exams. But the arc with Zabuza and Haku, for me, it's still, a kitty.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's like, get away. But the arc with Zabuza and Haku was just so touching because of their relationship, and also just the idea about like what it means to be a pawn for somebody, and then slowly like the difference between that and caring about people and using them, and like what it means to be a ninja and showing respect for people who are sacrificing themselves and everything like that. There was just so much emotion that happened in just a really quick amount of time, that with characters that I also didn't expect to die that early on in a series. Like, I don't know. I really loved that they died, because it was just really great.
The first time I was watching it, I did not expect him to die. Zabuza was such a cool character. I'm like, this guy has a cool design. This guy's a cool damn sword. He's going to be around.
He's definitely going to stick around,
he died. And Haku as well, you know, he could with one hand, you know.
Haku's death always throws me. No matter how many times I like watch it or read it, it catches me off because of how abrupt it is. Because he dies so quickly. Because he gets killed, when he gets killed by Kakashi, he is stabbed through the heart, and he says something, he like apologizes to Zabuza. But then literally in the next panel, he's dead. Like, he's grabbed onto Kakashi's arm and he's dead. There's no big flare or sad moment or anything right then. It comes later. And so that was something that really caught me off guard, because all death that I had experienced in anime or manga up to that point was always really flashy and given like a really big moment immediately.
Just an entire
when
episode of it, right?
Yeah,
I totally
flashback. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that caught my attention. Like, that's what got me really into it, because I'm like, dang, people die. I mean, that before that I didn't see too many people. Like, I mean, I saw Dragon Ball Z and everybody just kept coming back to life in there. You know?
Yeah.
So seeing this like back in the day, I was like, dang, cool characters killed off just like that. And you know, I still had like, I don't know, like 70 episodes left, or 60 episodes left at that point. I'm like, what else is gonna happen? You know, and then tuning exams happen, and I just shit myself.
But something else that I really love about this arc too is that they touch so heavily on like what it actually means to be a shinobi and to have those expectations put on them at such a young age. And like the whole scene, I remember the very first time watching the anime of the scene when Sakura thinks that Sasuke is dead, and she's like bawling and talking about how she's not supposed to cry and she's supposed to, you know, like be focused on the mission. And I remember like thinking that scene was so sad, and just like the fact that like they just mention it over and over again in this arc, that these are kids, but they're also expected to be tools, whether it's for a person or for a country, or, you know, they've like, that's the life that they've decided for themselves as like 12-year-olds, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like,
and
you definitely don't feel the impact of that, you know, until that moment where you're just like, shit, this has been pretty like easy going until now.
Because like you also have, if you're used to Dragon Ball Z, you have them training, and when they train, it's like, oh, they've already fought them once. They're training hardcore. That means they're obviously going to win again. And they do win, but you get like Naruto's seal loosening, you get Sasuke like stabbed all over and like passing out, and you're like, oh my god, he's dead. And then you get Haku's death and Zabuza's death. And so it's just like, it was a very intense, it ramped up very quickly, and when you're first reading that, it just really captures you because of how different and daring it feels compared to other stuff.
And it's crazy, they kind of fool you, like that people can die, because remember the first time when they just left the village with that guy that they were taking, and those two guys with the chain show up, those two tunings from the Mist Village, and then they like get Kakashi, and then you see that panel where he's like broken to pieces. You know, back when I first saw that in anime, I was just like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, you know. And then like, you know, Kakashi was alright, so like, they're ninja, they don't die. So when Haku and Zabuza died, like there was a moment where for quite a while I thought like any minute now, come back.
It's interesting now that you brought it up, because that happened so much before someone actually died
that
it was a huge contrast that like, you know, like there's always this misdirection, and then they just kind of like flip a switch and then people die, and man,
and you're like
that
waiting
is just
for them
not
to not
something
actually
for a
be
kid
dead.
anime.
Yeah.
Oh man, really quick. That like, whenever someone visits my place, my cat will never like hang out on my shoulders. But I'm glad people got to see that because that is actually what happens in my apartment when it's just me and my cat.
Cute.
Aw. It's
Um,
adorable.
One thing I did not like about the first 36 chapters of Naruto, because it isn't all just fun and games. You have critiques here on MangaPod. How Sakura was handled.
Oh yeah.
And how
Sakura is
it
never handled well.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. That's
Without
why-
going into spoilers, it's just seeing how she did nothing in the fight. She stood next to the bridge
Well,
builder,
she was the support, like just standing there.
and then she cried over Sasuke, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they give her they establish that she has incredible knowledge about chakra and incredible control over it, but they don't do anything beyond that. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, look, she does have something special about her, but okay, we'll come back to that maybe later some
I mean,
other time.
it's interesting because like the other characters in the manga critique her character.
Mhm.
It's like specifically Sasuke. Sasuke's like, you need to be focusing on your job and not flirting because what are you doing? Like we've got our lives on the line here. You know, like he consistently is like, yo, this part of your personality that you're exhibiting right now is not working. And I'm like, I agree.
Do
Yeah.
something about it.
And,
Yeah.
and it's hard to talk about this because again, we only read the
Spoilers,
first like
yeah.
36 chapters. But yes, I totally agree with Lou that I wish
Mhm.
that we even just started to see her try to, you know, be more involved and more useful to the team.
She did have her moment where she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna stop crying." Yeah, when she was and then like defending or just standing guard. I mean, she tried,
Yeah.
but that was like.
She did
couple
jump
panels.
in front of him when when one of those dudes was like going to attack
Yeah.
bridge
But
guy.
really, we're just-
She was like, I gotta protect him and like jump.
But really,
in
she's
front.
supposed to be one of the main
So-
characters, and she was in the story just as practically almost as much. Of course, she wasn't like she didn't have her own full fights, but she was practically as much in the story outside of fights as anybody else.
Yeah.
Kakashi, Naruto, and Sasuke, but she was just lame. I mean, they just
Well,
they
I mean,
just put her
She's
aside.
handled- Yeah.
she's a very stereotypical main lady character who is there to
'Cause she
be
has so much
involved
potential.
romantically
Yeah.
with other
It's the
characters.
potential.
As
It's her potential.
as-
Like
The
Like-
German opening of Naruto refers to her as Sakura the Beautiful because there's nothing else apparently
That's
about
all
her
she's
that
got.
can be put into lyrics.
She's Bulma plus romantic subtext.
Oh,
That's about it.
yeah. She like. and,
well,
like,
her
after
inner
you were
monologue.
saying-
What do you think about the inner
I love her inner monologue because it's the only little itty bit of something that like makes
That's
her
something I
stand out
also
just a
Like
little
a bit
bit.
more three-dimensional, right?
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Oh,
But
man.
that's 'cause-
Sorry, side note to the people in chat right now who are like, are there any good Naruto females at the beginning? Yes, absolutely. Like right after where we
Where we
read, you
stopped.
will meet so many.
Yes.
We saw one in chapter 36 that shows up.
Yes, we did.
Tamari.
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 Oh my god, she's best girl. I love her so
Love
much.
her.
Yeah, really quick, can we talk about Sakura's forehead and why I'm okay with that much forehead?
Yeah, I
There's
am
nothing
because
wrong
it
with
makes
it, yeah.
me feel okay to have a big forehead.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh man.
I
It wasn't really that much bigger than anybody
It's
else's.
I know.
not.
I always
So
wish
that's
that
a
it
regular
was
size
like, more
forehead.
pronounced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
she
ju-
mentions it so often.
It's like it's just another thing that the mangaka draws attention to without putting in effort to make it stand out in any way or
Yeah.
like to change it.
It makes you want to go and check. Do I have a big forehead?
Do I have a five head? He's
At the end of the day, like,
Five
have you ever
heads.
seen anyone with a 2-head? That's a little rougher. Like a 3-head? Like,
right? I agree. Small
But
foreheads.
love your
your forehead, no matter
Take nothing
what.
away from MangaPod.
Yeah.
Is that
You should
foreheads
love
of all
your
shapes and
forehead.
sizes are lovable. And there's
Naruto's
you know,
forehead is gonna be the next.
And
one.
if at the end of the day, in the German opening of Naruto, if Sakura can still be called beautiful, despite how poorly she feels about her forehead, things are gonna be okay.
The funniest thing is they pronounce Sasuke's name Sasuke. In that
Sasuke.
Sasuke is really cool.
Sasuke. Itachi.
Does the Itachi song?
Mangeku in the eye.
Yeah, is that a spoiler? Singing that song?
No. Only see blood when a ninja cry.
Why?
Wanna kill me, then you better get Sasuke. There you go. Done. What are your guys' thoughts on Kakashi? Let's talk about him.
My dude.
I love Kakashi.
I love
The man.
Husbando.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I was watching the Naruto anime and just being like, Kakashi is awesome.
The first time he pulls up his headband over his eye, you're just
And then
like,
Sharingan shows up.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
And then once later on in the bridge storyline when they're like, oh yeah, the Sharingan is like an Uchiha thing. I was like, wait
And we
a
see
minute.
Sasuke with the Sharingan as well.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Momentarily,
we see
yeah.
Sasuke with it, and they're like, oh. I was like, hold on. What's going on with
I don't know
Kakashi
what's
then?
up with
And
that.
he became so much more mysterious.
And what's with the mask?
Why is
Yeah.
he wearing the mask? Why can we
Oh,
never see?
The anime has a whole filler episode of them trying to figure
Yeah.
out.
I know. Oh
That's-
my god.
Mask, it's so
Yeah, I remember that episode.
So silly. Dicky.
What are you doing, puppies?
Dicky has a lot of feelings about Kakashi and his mask.
Understand.
Well, I mean, Kakashi's a dog guy. You know? He has.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
true. It's
We
true.
start talking about him and they're like, I must go to my master.
Oh, what a rad scroll, by the way. I know we only kind of got a glimpse of it, but just like, oh, ninja dogs.
And the dogs. I love it.
Everywhere.
And they got Zabuza like from every spot.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Zabuza
I
got
know.
wrecked.
That's like another thing. You're not expecting Zabuza to get like almost beaten by dogs.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
But
can't
what
do
an,
that
what an
'cause I got all
ending,
my
by the
dogs
way.
back.
Just like deciding that they really didn't want to kill each other, and then like seeing Zabuza just take out Gato. It
Yeah.
was, damn.
I,
That went so many ways.
Yeah. Yeah, like it just showed that there is this respect among ninjas because it's like it wasn't they were fighting for this reason. If that reason's non-existent, then there's no point in fulfilling that fight just to needlessly kill each other. That wasn't the point. And so, dude,
Yeah.
I just remember in the anime when Zabuza goes mental at the end.
Oh
With
my
the- with the-
god, when his arms
everything in
don't
the
work
back,
and he's got the,
running around and just
so
it's
good.
so
It was
good.
so
The
badass.
soundtrack, and then it like leads up to the moment
Demon
where,
face.
like, yeah, where like Kakashi like lays him next to Haku and it starts snowing and the
yeah.
sad music starts playing and he's like Haku and I'm like I cry every time.
Who was just as surprised as Naruto when you guys found out Haku was a boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's some,
I
I
can't
can't
remember if I was
remember.
surprised or not.
I think
I
Were
was-
you just like, oh, that's obviously a girl? No, that was a art design. I mean, art design of a girl. And that's not. That wasn't.
Right, but like
He's just man pretty.
in a world
Yeah.
in a world of 90s species, you don't trust anything, dude.
Well, that wasn't something I was watching though. I was watching all this shonen stuff, so seeing that I was kind of like, what?
yeah,
I
at the
thought it
beginning
was,
of
I thought it was a mess up in sub. I thought when they called him, when they called her a him, I thought there was a like just sub error,
Right.
at the
Chinese
beginning of Volume
bootlegs.
3, Haku's description is Zabuza's consort, an agile young ninja of indeterminate gender. And I was like, come on, guys, really? Come on.
he says
Find out,
I'm
right?
a boy.
Yeah.
And then and then like later on in the thingy, there's a reveal where Naruto isn't sure where to place his feelings on the matter.
He's like,
He was so confused for a moment. He was.
I was confused. This is a very attractive anime boy.
One of the original attracted him.
One of the OGs.
Haku's so pretty
Yeah.
and such a badass.
Yeah, man. Haku.
I know. I seriously never fails to make me cry that part. Like,
I also love that we got into the whole like sort of gray area of their whole world like so early on of just like, but Haku's awesome and like it's not his fault and he just, you know, he found somebody who needs him for something and like he just
Yeah. The tragic backstories, man.
yeah, dude. Like they especially at the beginning, they go so ham into like different similar stories about kids who feel like abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them just like connecting with each other in positive and negative ways, and it just like breaks my heart. I was like, you've only read 36 chapters and I'm already just like, all these kids. Somebody love them, please.
The children, and as they grow up, you're just like, my babies!
My babies!
My babies!
You have so many friends now.
Oh my god. I can't spoil it, but
I know.
just the feels that come later on that come from so many different like places of pride and joy. Yeah. Let's see. So where we ended was we got introduced to Gata and his whole team. Literally, we just like they walked into Chunin exams. They just walked into Chunin exams. So we haven't really gotten too far into it yet. So we have like the brief impression of Rock Lee at first. Like Rock Lee gets
The
introduced.
best character in Naruto.
That's my
Best
favorite
character in Naruto.
character.
Yeah.
Literally ends with Rock Lee and everybody just went, ah!
Oh, because you know what's coming. Like we've seen the anime. That's a very good episode.
Guys, you need to read Naruto so you can just fall in love with Rock Lee like everybody else in the world falls in love with Rock Lee.
Yeah.
Our
oh my
boyfriend,
God.
Rock Lee.
Our
Best boy, Rock Lee. Yeah, we met Rock Lee and Tenten and Neji, but really we've only interacted mostly with Rock Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to be
barely
Sakura's
even.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
In classic anime style.
Yeah, the second he meets
I'll
her, he's like,
protect you.
hello. I will protect you and tell you you are beautiful always. Will you be
Protect
my
you
girlfriend?
with my eyebrows.
Oh my
Because
god,
I'm
his
Rock Lee.
character design.
I used to have, oh my god, you
full
guys.
haircut.
I used to have a coin purse that was just Rock Lee's face with just huge eyes.
What?
It was the best thing in the world. But it was
Oh
all
my
cloth
God.
and it got ripped and I was so sad.
That's
And
amazing.
Every now and then I think I should go on eBay and see if they still have.
I think you should.
I mean, Rock
Hold on.
Lee
Do it now.
is the Naruto character that got his own spin-off series. And it's absolutely wonderful.
Oh, the chibi one? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, we met
It's
Gato's whole
amazing.
team.
Mhm.
Temari.
Gaara's whole team is
We
awesome.
met, we saw the others on Rock Lee's team. Like,
Mhm.
everything.
Their abilities yet, though.
No, we don't know anything about their stuff. Can we, do you guys want to talk about art?
Yeah.
Shall we talk
Yeah.
about some art? Warrior, or Dodger, just while you're pulling that up, or do you want us to wait till you're pulling that, till you're done pulling that up? Are you looking for
No,
the
it's
eBay
fine.
thing?
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing?
so far I've found Naruto's little frog coin purse. There's like a million of those.
Oh, there's
Oh,
a billion.
yeah.
And there's also tons of coin purses that are modeled after Kakashi's dogs. But I have not found
There we
Dracula
go.
yet. Anyways,
Oh,
what was
yes.
the question? Art.
Art. Yes, what are your guys' feelings on the art?
I really love the art.
I love the
Yeah.
art so much too, yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever have a chance or have already read like Naruto Zero, like the original like attempt at Naruto, the art was not great, and I'm so glad that once Naruto was started, the art was so like clean. I think that the environments, like the fact that from the get-go we have really good like art of the world that
Yeah.
they're in, and like the style of Konoha Village and all of that, it really lends to the whole thing. I absolutely love the art personally, and they all look like little babies. It's so
I have loved the art since I first read it, like way back in 2002. Because there's something to it that's like, it's really simple, but really detailed at the same time, like very distinct in it. Like the character designs are all different from one another. They're very distinct. The way that like, I don't know, there's something incredibly fascinating to me when somebody has a mangaka can give somebody super simple eyes that's just like a circle with a dot in it, yet somehow make those emotive and make those show emotion. It's like, man, it just speaks, it's a good artist to me. And so I just love the art, and I thought that the action sequences were really detailed. Like, they were really quick, without feeling too quick. Like, there was enough detail there with everything, while at the same time, I'm trying to think, it didn't feel like there was anything left out. Like, I was never confused about what was happening during the fight scenes or anything like that. I thought that the action was done really well, too.
Yeah.
And the art showed the action really well.
Yeah, what you and Dodger said, I mean, I agree with all that, and I'd just like to add that I like the simple yet cool character designs as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every ninja that's like part of the main the main crowd, they all look really cool. Like Rock Lee looks different. Gaara, with his with his eyeliner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all this. They all look really cool and unique. Kakashi, with his mask, he's kind of made to look like the rest of the Jonin, except with a mask, and he looks pretty cool. And
God,
I just like that.
Yeah, like no spoils for anybody who didn't see us talking about Boku no Hero Academia, but like rereading Naruto has just reinforced everything that we said during that one, that like
I would agree
they
with
did
that.
so well at making you feel like you understood the world that you're in, that like every character you see is unique and interesting, and you want to know about them, and you like care about them so quickly, and it's just it's like one of the only manga / anime that I've experienced that has a huge cast where I'm just like, I love everyone. I want everybody to be happy forever.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I think a final thought on that is the settings were so I don't know, there was so much contrast in them. Like you have the Hidden Leaf Village, which was like this really, really cool traditional, but at the same time kind of modernized cyberpunky version of a Japanese village. And then, you compare that to like the final fight scene in the village hidden in the mist, just on a bridge that's just like so sparse and empty. And it's cool to see that swath of, sorry, there's a cat on me, that swath of
So cute.
where are you going, Mike? Just a swath of just different settings that are so kind of like so far apart from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's more. I mean, there's more of the world. That's just a couple different places we saw, but there's dozens of places. I mean, but like
You got
he
kind
just
of a hint
just
of
keeps
what.
he keeps building on the world. Like he really establishes the world. Like it's told in earlier parts that there's 5 Kages. There's the Hokage, which is part of Konoha, and there's 4 more other Kages, which like forever after now we actually like learn about, and then learn about their village, and then like what their traditions in each village is, and we see how their life is set up, and it just kind of keeps growing on that. Just seeing that bridge in that little village that Naruto and the team were
we
protecting,
definitely.
it's just really tiny part.
We definitely touched on it during the bridge stuff because they talked about hidden mist, but then I think when we get into Chunin exams we find out more, and then the world just continues to grow bigger and bigger.
Yeah, every arc adds more and more to the world, which is awesome. I like that he doesn't just build a world from the beginning and then just like moves the pieces around. It's like you're playing like an RPG or something, and you're kind of like in Skyrim walking around. The more you explore, the more you click the map, and the more of the map shows, and more places you visit and stuff. It's really really cool. I like that.
I mean, as that world grows, it's like you never really lose sight of the characters and where they're going. So, in terms of the art, though, I really like the designs. I think it's really clean. The backgrounds are all really well done. It's just really well put together and really well thought out. And I haven't read, was it Naruto Zero? I haven't done that, but I will take a look at it now just to gain that sense of.
You should
what
check it out. It's
was.
very different.
I think I've read it like many years ago. I don't remember.
Very
it.
different.
I
Yeah.
don't remember though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share with the class.
Oh, I just found an Itachi body pillow.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I just searched for Naruto pillow on eBay, which by the way, don't do because it's just a lot of porn. Well, now you're probably going to.
Yep,
But-
everybody go. But don't say we sent you.
Yeah.
Are you looking for like a buddy for Graham Chow?
Well, no, because like I linked one in Skype, but it's like a big round pillow of Rock Lee's face, and I was like, oh my god, I wonder if they have more of those.
Oh
But
my
I'm
goodness.
coming up kind of short because everybody wants the porny ones.
We do.
Maybe if I just write
Yeah.
round, maybe that'll make it worse. We'll find out.
Round pillow.
Round. Naruto pillow.
All right. Do you guys have anything else you would like to touch on? If not, we will round up and give our final thoughts and ratings.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we
I think we're all on the same page here. Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, there's other stuff we could talk about, but I'll just mention a few little other things in my roundup. So.
Yoku, go first.
Oh, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. That was very sudden. One thing, like just to add to the whole roundup thing, I just really like the whole rivalry between Sasuke and Naruto. Because also just basing it off this first 36 chapters, it's just really cool to see how like Naruto was just a lame-o. He was just a dumb geek that just sucked at everything, you know. And Sasuke was this top of the class guy, you know. But over these 36 chapters, we got to see Naruto grow, and Sasuke started to notice him as a rival. Because at first he wouldn't even look at him. He would be like, you know, that's it. Except when they kissed that one time. Never talked about that.
Sorry,
Best shonen kiss ever.
Prime beef.
Prime beef.
So good.
yeah, but I'm just saying.
I just saw the body pillow that Dodger sent. I'm losing. That is sultry. That is
Oh
lurid.
man, I can't look at it yet.
No,
Oh,
nobody.
So sad.
Nobody should own that.
I want it. I want it.
Yeah, it's just awesome. It's just awesome seeing the whole. It's like they're starting to play tug of rope. You know, they're like one guy's stronger, the other guy's stronger. The whole training scene with them climbing the tree, that was really cool. Really cool development for both of them, and like their rivalry altogether was developing because they're starting to understand each other's weaknesses and other person's strengths. Like during the fight with Haku. You know, Sasuke was like, why is Naruto just attacking? You know, and then eventually he starts using Naruto's stupidity and his attacking to for his gain. You know, for his own strategy. And I think that's just really cool. And past this point that we read is just gonna keep going, and other stuff is gonna happen. And they're gonna say it, but it's crazy stuff. And I really like that part of just the series in general. And these 36 chapters kind of like start it all. I mean, it's the start of the manga, obviously, but it starts it all with that whole relationship, and it's a very like iconic relationship. Everybody knows like Naruto, Sasuke. You know, everybody knows that. Yeah. So that's just one part I wanted to talk about really quick. But my overall thoughts, I'm just gonna be basing this off this first 36 chapters. Like when I was reading this and reading the whole Haku and Zabuza arc, even though I love that arc, and it does have a special place in my heart since that is one of the first like serious arcs. It is the first serious arcs of the series, but I already knew that they were gonna die, and I already knew it was gonna happen. And I recently rewatched that part in anime, so the whole time I was reading, I was hoping we would get to the tuning exam. And when they just started introducing the characters right at the end, I was like, yes, and then we had to stop. And I was like, why? That's not cool. That's not cool at all, because I really, really wanted to get to that, and I hope we add more Naruto. Like seriously, I know we're joking around like, oh, we're doing Naruto, but I really hope we add more Naruto next time we do scheduling, because I really want to talk about, you know, the tuning exam, because
Please have me back when you do that.
Yes, of course.
Have you back, and you better be back with like 10 jokes. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I'll start up the writer's room.
But it's just awesome, and mainly reading this part just made me realize how much I'm looking forward to tuning exam. So But
Yeah.
I think just the beginning, it was still good on its own. Good introduction to the series. Good start to each of the characters that of the four main characters, and but I think I would have to give this a 6.9 out of 10 for this part, and it does go up and down throughout the rest of the series as we're going to be reading, or as I've read already. And but for this start, it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. I don't own like the whole Naruto manga series, but I do own the first few volumes, and they will always be part of my bookshelf, part of my library, because that's just something I could really pick up and just kind of read through, and it's just very nostalgic. It's one of the first volumes I've owned, physical volumes as well. The Naruto manga. It's just really cool. I just love seeing that, seeing the art, seeing the beginning of an anime that I forgot. I kind of forgot that I loved. It's definitely a series that will always be special to me. And yeah, we should read more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can go.
Yoku.
What's up, Blue?
What's up, Luke?
I was gonna say Yoku said fucking everything.
Oh,
Well, I got
Out
something.
the entire time, like I had things I wanted to say. I'm like, this is fantastic. It goes up and down, going through the entire fact of nostalgia that is built into this series, and I'm just listening to everything Yoku says. I'm like, well, I'm gonna repeat everything he fucking says. I'm just gonna copy
it's so hard
paste
to
everything.
it's so hard to stop talking about this. Like, I forgot how much fun it is to talk about Naruto.
I know, dude.
What?
I know.
One thing I will disagree with like is your score. I give it a 7.5.
7 with that. All right, no argument there, man.
Well, okay, I got something new. All right, so hold up. So, for a very long time, I've been perplexed with the concept of Tumblr and how here this is gonna take us a little bit to get around, but and how something. Trust me, just like how does something
Ready.
get big on Tumblr? And I might have talked to you guys about this beforehand, but I'm excited to share it with the MangaPod crowd. It's like, how do you get something to get big on Tumblr? And the answer, after months of research, is to have a show where it's two guys and they look like they're about to kiss, but they don't actually kiss. Okay.
Except for that one time that they do act.
Except sometimes.
So
they do
I'm
actually
gonna
kiss.
come to that.
Oh,
So
okay,
like
okay,
you
okay.
think about like your best Tumblr shows like Sherlock or Hannibal or my personal favorite, which is Supernatural, where
Wincest.
it's two brothers who look like they're about to kiss, and that's a game changer, right? So the cool thing about Naruto is like this was 1999. They might not have gotten the two guys about to kiss game. So this guy Masashi Kishimoto telegraphs it a little early in a sense, like, oh, these guys actually do kiss. But I think that's gonna work. I think later down the road they're gonna develop feelings for each other, and it's gonna get real. And you're gonna be like, well, was that kiss real or was it like fake? And that is a variation upon a theme that I think is important to understand from a scholarly viewpoint, because that is going to be big later on. Thank you very much. I rate this for 36 chapters an 8 out of 10.
This is now fanfiction.net/MangaPod.
Basically.
One day I'm gonna start my fan fiction podcast.
Oh
It'll be
man.
glorious.
All the Naruto Sasuke fans.
Yeah, it's just only gonna be Naruto. But
Pretty much.
There's
don't worry.
so
One
many.
day I'll talk about something else. I promise.
There's enough of that out there.
I would definitely give these first 36 chapters an 8. It was so fun to reread. I think that it does a really great job of world building and getting you interested in the characters who are going to be the primary characters for like the entire thing. I am, just like Yoku, very sad that we didn't get to the Chunin exams, but at the same time, it like left me with this feeling of like, God, I just want to read more Naruto so bad, like, and I can't fault it for that feeling. Like, that's a good feeling, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that I, on a whim, was like, for my birthday, I'm going to make everybody read Naruto, because I just love that it was like sort of a joke, because everybody's always like, you should read One Piece, right? And in the end, we're all like, God, Naruto is so great. Like, this is great. So I'm glad that we all got to share in some Naruto love tonight.
Yeah.
Or this morning, if you're me.
Before Erin goes into her deal, one thing is One Piece was on the table because I specifically mentioned it when we were trying to figure out what Dodger was doing for her birthday pod, and she was binge watching One Piece, and I out of nowhere I'm like, let's read One Piece, and she's like, no, let's do Naruto. Let's have Vernon on. I'm gonna have Vernon on for that.
I knew what I wanted.
You knew right from the start.
Like the stars just aligned. It was magical.
I can't thank you guys enough for just giving me this honor to be here with you guys, just to talk shit on Naruto with all of you. This has been
lovable shit.
Yeah. This has been a joy, guys.
Aww. Yay.
Oh, did you give your rating, Dodger?
Yeah. I
did.
gave it Wait, no.
Oh, Dodger.
I gave it an 8.
An 8.
I think Aaron's the only one who hasn't given a rating yet.
I am going to give it. I was just going to give it an 8, but I was like, that's not right. I'm going to give it an 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 9.
Let's just give it
would've
an
been
extra
faster.
Kage
We
out
would've
of 10.
You're gonna just admit it's not.
Yeah.
But I concur everything that everybody else said. I fell in love, I think, with Naruto earlier than other people did, like in terms of this arc solidified Naruto for me as being really fantastic, and I thought it just got more and more and more and more fantastic and brilliant as it went on through the Chunin exam. But I just loved the emotion and the characters and the fact that, like, the way that the relationships were written and built and how they played out, specifically Zabuza and Haku, there's that, everything that happened there, and, like, in this arc, just seeing Naruto grow a little bit, even though we know he's going to grow even more. So I think that the first part of Naruto is an amazing start to not just a shonen manga, but a manga in general, like a story that's going to have so much more to it and so much more depth and world building and everything to come, that I think that it had a really strong start for that. And I'm excited to read more, and I'm so happy that Dodger made us read this. I was looking forward to it from the start, but I was so happy. I didn't realize how nostalgia feeling I would get going back to read it. So
yeah,
I give it an 8.1 through 9. That is my
dope
rating. So that wraps up our discussion on Naruto. We all definitely think you should go and check it out if you have not checked it out yet. As per tradition, I am now going to read the description for the manga that we are reading next week, and everybody in chat gets to guess what it is, because I'm not telling you until I finish reading it. Okay. Blank is the sole princess of the kingdom, living the luxurious and carefree life as a princess should. She has it all: the finest clothes and cosmetics, the most divine sweets, a loving emperor as a father, and the hottest cousin crush, Su-Win, who anyone could ever hope to have. Now, if only her bodyguard wasn't so annoying to her and her hair wasn't so red. But her nearly perfect world quickly shatters as the man she loved, this might be a spoiler, does something. And then she escapes, and her bodyguard lead a life on the run from that point on. There you go.
Alexa, etc. Got it.
Yeah!
Oh, nah.
We are reading Akatsuki no Yona.
Okay, cool. Because I would have said Naruto 37 to 72.
It
Close
does
though,
sound
right?
like Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're very close.
got it, nailed it.
You did it. Let me leave this page, you stupid website. God. We are reading volumes 1 through 5, chapters 1 through 29 with the lovely Miss Art next week. So I'm really excited. We're gonna go from shonen to shoujo, and it's gonna be awesome. But really awesome shoujo, so it should be pretty good. So we did everything, right? Now it's time to shout out our stuff, correct?
Oh,
yes?
I think so.
Okay, I don't think I forgot anything else, but let's go ahead and shout out our stuff super duper fast. I am Erin of HappiLeeErin. I have a YouTube channel where I am basically just a YouTube weeb. I talk about anime stuff, reviews, first impressions. All of the previous manga pods are hosted there, and I also do mental health awareness stuff. If you want to find me on any other social media, I'm HappiLeeErin all across the everything.
Hi everybody, I'm Dodger. You can find me at youtube.com/pressheart to continue. I do visual novels and dating sims and a weekly show about the games industry. This coming up Sunday, though, my news video will be done by Erin, if she's still down to do it. Awesome. And yeah, I am currently on vacation in England, so
Yay.
but videos are still going up if that interests you. And you might be watching MangaPod on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/dexteritybonus. And on all the social medias, I'm at DexBonus, DEXBONUS. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Yay! Before Yoku goes, I do want to touch on something from Naruto. We didn't talk about Hanam no Jutsu at all, and a lot of chat is disappointed in us. So...
You mean the best jutsu?
Do you guys have any feelings on the best jutsu ever? Okay.
He defeated the Hokage with it.
He did.
True.
Yeah.
He should technically be Hokage already.
He is already the Hokage.
I
You
love
can
that.
find out about
Nobody knows
that on my fanfiction page.
Naruto.
Naruto X Naruto.
Fanfiction.net/Vernon.
Such a... Anyway.
I just Mary Sue myself as Naruto.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes.
When I romance myself as Naruto.
I
It's super complicated. There's time travel.
I really
It's really
want
fun, though.
somebody to put all of our faces onto the Hokage monument.
Oh, what?
Fan art,
If you want to do that,
please.
Chad, I'd
Fan art,
appreciate it.
please. Thank
That'd
you.
be so good.
Yoku.
Oh, all right. What's up? I'm Yokurama Game Talk. Well, I don't talk about games though. I've been working on a video for the past 2 weeks, and I'm using a new program, which because I've switched over from Final Cut Pro to Adobe Premiere, and I'm kind of still learning that. So I'm still kind of in the process of making like some kind of video about the whole summer anime season, because there's a ton of anime that I want to talk about. A lot of good stuff, like Akagami, Shirayuki Hime. That one's really good. Gangsta's out there. So I want to talk about all the series. I'm still working on something like that. But that's pretty much the only thing that I'm doing when it comes to anything outside of, like, on the internet outside of MangaPod. So there hasn't been anything on my channel in ages. But you can still talk to me outside of MangaPod on Twitter at Yokurama Talks. I reply to people during work. I should be working, and I don't care because it's my business. So I could yell at myself.
You can
but
do
that's
what you want.
that would be kind of dumb if I just yell at myself. But yeah, you can follow me there at Yokurama Talks, and if you want to keep up with or want to know the anime that I'm watching and keeping up with, and now that I've updated my manga list, the manga that I'm keeping up with, and just some thoughts, because I go on and just discuss it with some people on there. Follow me on, or look me up on myanimelist.net. It's just Yokurama, and that's where all the anime and manga stuff is. That's that.
All right. My name's Lou, and I'm from Lou Talks Anime Now. You can find me at youtube.com/Lou Talks Anime Now, where I do basically just weeb trash in all its shapes and forms, and it's cool. I recently uploaded my first impression of Gakko Garashi, which is a wonderful slice of life series that everybody should watch without reading any plot summary.
It's a very sweet moe. It's great.
It's K-On! Is what it is. It is the reinvention of K-On! And it is a great series. So go check that video out. I recently ran 2 straw polls. So the results for those straw polls, which would determine 2 of my next reviews. Gurren Lagann. So I'm going to be reviewing Gurren Lagann. And I'm going to be reviewing Beck, which we are actually reading for my birthday manga pod in October. So maybe I'll release it around then, maybe sooner. I don't know. And one last thing, because it's the last week that I can mention this. My 2-year anniversary on YouTube is next Monday. And if I get to 2,000 subscribers before next Monday, I said I would review Diabolic Lovers. Now, Dodger, you weren't here last week.
I was not.
So you didn't hear how Yoku forced me to up the stakes. Not only...
AKA, he said you should do this. And
Yeah.
I was like, I can't back down. I can't back down.
I can't. So, not only... If I get to 2,000, which I'm sitting at about 1,700 right now. If I can get to 2,000 by next week, not only will I review Diabolic Lovers, I will also do weekly episode reviews of season 2. And I'll even take
Lou.
I will take it
Goodbye.
a step further and also do the reverse harem that Brainspace is doing. Which the last time they did a reverse harem, it was Amnesia. Well, that was one of the last
Hey,
ones, and it was
Amnesia
was so
fucking
bad.
terrible.
Oh,
I
that was
know.
horrible.
I know. So
Brainspace
the
is
stakes
so
have
Wait,
been
what's
up.
their new one?
It's basically the same thing as Diabolic Lovers, only it's like Demon Boys instead of Vampire Boys.
What's it
Sounds
called?
They
legit.
really changed that up.
Yeah.
Demon Boys anime.
Yeah.
Any charts.net if you want to check it out. So yeah, if you want to make me suffer, Lou Talks Anime Now. YouTube.com/Lou Talks Anime Now. That is on my stuff.
just subscribed. So
Aww.
Yeah.
Thank you. My suffering will happen. I'm looking forward to this.
you know how I feel about suffering, right?
Yeah.
Turn
That
into
sounded so
business.
creepy.
Yeah.
Like, you know how I feel
to bring
about
that
sex.
around, I'm Vernon Shaw. I help run a channel called HotPepperGaming where we eat hot peppers and then review video games. So we are very familiar with the concept of suffering. You can follow that at youtube.com/HotPepperGaming. We're also on Twitter, which is just me posting a bunch of pepper puns. Actually, I think the choice. Twitter.com/HotPepperGaming. And then you can follow me personally at Vernon Shaw on Twitter. I try to make jokes.
They're
And
real
thanks
good.
for having me on, guys.
I like your jokes.
Yeah.
In
thanks for
honor,
being on.
in honor of,
Yes.
thank you, Vernon, for joining us. In honor of you doing this, one of the episode reviews, should this happen, will be with me consuming a ghost pepper.
Why would you do that?
Oh no.
You don't have to.
Because
I'm not going to bless this man. You don't have to do that.
I am
Thanks.
upping
I
the
Keep
stakes.
praising.
exist as
Hey,
a
if
cautionary
they don't- if-
tale online. Do not be me, kids.
Just as
If-
a cautionary.
If they don't pull it off, I don't have to worry about it.
There
So
you go.
if they want to make me suffer, make it happen. Is that simple?
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Vernon, so much for joining us. We really appreciate having you. We can't wait for you to come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
next-
Whenever you
next
guys
Naruto
want
for
me,
sure.
I'm always happy to. I had such a blast getting to hang out with all of you.
You're awesome. And
Wow.
happy birthday to our lovely
Yes.
Dodger.
Thanks, guys.
Happy Naruto to you.
Happy Naruto to
Thanks,
you.
guys. Happy Naruto to you too. Mwah.
Happy Naruto to us all.
And to
Happy
all
Dodger,
the
Naruto.
Hokage.
what did you wish for your birthday, and why was it to become the next Hokage?
Why
That's
was it for
always what I
Naruto
wish
to
every
become
year.
the-
It's a shame that you'll never be the next
What did
Hokage because
Because
that's
that'll go to
Naruto.
Naruto.
Because
yeah.
that's Naruto,
Yes.
yeah. But I figure I got a Databayo.
I
Yeah.
got a Dotsa bio.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching, Mark.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be here same time, same place
Bye.
next week, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here on twitch.tv/dexterity bonus, as well as youtube.com/HappiLeeErin if you'd like to watch it over there. We're reading Akatsuki no Onna volumes 1 through 5, chapters 1 through 20. 1 through 29 with Miss Art.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Believe.
Bye.